When their heroes reach Castle Daerion, they find the gates already torn asunder by a mighty Eaton. The castle's guards struggle valiantly, but they were no match for the Overlord's assault. "The Black Knight," one gasped, lying at your feet. "Sir Ulrich is here." Within the keep you hear the aged Sir Paulman rallying the defenders. With reinforcements cut off by your rival and that of Daerion Town militia, the old knight has a chance if you can buy him enough time. Sir Ulrich. Sir Ulrich. He had already died once fighting for what he believes in. Now he is a simple puppet of the Overlord, and the prospect of dying again does not frighten him. Not half as much as he frightens those who cross his path. Sir Ulrich. And so the heroes immediately, when they enter, backed up by two militiamen, have a line of flesh molders right before them. The dwarf, very wounded, the others, nicked and knacked, are trying their best to go forward. And so the heroes shall begin. And we'll start. Jane, she takes her throwing knives, aims at one of the flesh molders in front of her, and throws. But it blocks totally. And so she pulls out another knife and throws again. This time doing a better hit, but just causing enough of a glancing blow. And so Jane has gone. Ulrich spends one of his fatigues and moves forward to attack a flesh molder with his mace. And he attacks. And the flesh molder is able to defend most of it and is only hit by a glancing blow. So Ulrich attacks again. And does another glancing blow. And so that is it for Sir Ulrich. Averick. Sir Averick. Grispin steps up to the middle and attacks the flesh molder to the right of him. And he hits. And he kills that flesh molder. And so he takes his axe and swings to the flesh molder to the left of him. And he hits that one as well. But that blow was nowhere near as good, and just enough to glance. And so Yorick of the book, in a choke point, cannot really do much. But he can do one thing, and he will do one thing well. He will move next to Grispin, and he will use a health potion. And there Grispin is healed and feels much better now. And so that helps Grispin to avoid being knocked out again quickly. And the militiamen move forward as well, backing up the rear of our heroes. And so the flesh molders decide they will counterattack. And one attacks Averick Albright. And it is a hit. A good hit. Averick raised his shield up and was able to defend the whole blow. The other flesh molder attacks Grispin, and he missed completely. And the third flesh molder attacked Jane. And she takes a glancing blow. But over in the throne room there is trouble. Another flesh molder has appeared, and there are two zombies, and they are attacking Sir Paulman. And so the flesh molder attacks him first. But Sir Paulman is able to defend that attack. But the two zombies there, they attack as well. And he's able to fend off one zombie attack. But the second zombie attacks and damages Sir Paul. Nowhere near as bad as it could have been. But time slowly running out for Sir Paulman. And Sir Paulmondo and the Edens, as you can see, are slowly advancing on Sir Paulman. Sir Ulrich and the Edens are slowly advancing on Sir Paulman. And soon they will be there. And he can only hold off so much. But Sir Paulman is still going to try to rally some defenders. More militiamen to his cause. And he is. He's able to call another militiaman. So another militiaman appears at the entrance. And now the heroes are ready to strike back. Jane attacks first, attacking the wounded flesh molder that is in front of her. And she hits. And she kills it. It falls over, dead. Knowing that Sir Paulman needs help, she decides to hurry to rush to his aid. Next up, Crispin the Thirsty, and he decides to attack the flesh molder in front of him. And he misses completely. Swinging his axe again, he will attack. And this time he hits. And he damages the flesh molder, but it is still alive. And so Albright decides to attack the flesh molder in front of him. And he hits. And he damages the thing and stuns it. He decides he will attack again. And though it is still alive, it has been stunned. So what will Leoric of the Book do? Leoric of the Book decides that things are well in hand there, so he will go to help Sir Paulman as well. Leoric of the Book uses some of his fatigue, runs forward and attacks one of the zombies attacking Sir Paulman. And he hits him. And so the zombie tries to defend. And it does. But it is not a good enough defense, and it falls forward and dies. And now the militia, who have backed up, who have come to help, will move and attack. And so two of the militia run up to help our heroes and attack the flesh molder. The flesh molder takes a glancing blow from one of the militiamen. The other militiaman attacks as well. And the flesh molder falls dead to the ground. Sir Paulman raises his fist in the air and yells for more defenders to come to his aid. He tests. And he makes it. The horn blows, and another militiaman appears at the entrance. But the villains now are marshaled to do some damage against Sir Paulman and the heroes. And so we start with the flesh molders. One has just now entered in and will attack. We'll move forward and attack Sir Albright. And it hits Sir Albright. And Sir Albright takes a fair hit, never seeing it from behind. Takes a good hit of damage in the back. The other flesh molder attacks Sir Albright, but he cannot because he is stunned. So he has now just only regained his senses and will try to attack next round. But there's another flesh molder who will attack Sir Paulman and see if he can damage him. Sir Paulman rolls and blocks the damage. And there's a zombie there, and the zombie shall move, and he attacks Sir Paulman. And Sir Paulman takes a glancing blow of damage. But now the Eatons have arrived, and the giant eating. He attacks Sir Paulman with all of his might, and he misses. The other Eaton, he can reach. Because they are so big and huge, have a long reach. He reaches forward and takes a swipe at Sir Paulman as well. And he hits Sir Paulman. But Sir Paulman is able to miraculously block the damage. And so now the heroes will attempt their counterattack. Rushing to the aid. What shall we do? What shall we do? Jane thinks. Decides she will attack with her magic knives. Attack the Eaton closest to her. And so she throws a knife. And she hits. The Eaton rolls for its defense. And it blocks. And so no damage is done. So Jane attacks again. And this time no hits. Jane, very disturbed, breathes a sigh of frustration, knowing she did not do any damage whatsoever. Leoric has moved to the flesh molder in front of him and decides to shoot at him with one of his arcane bolts. But he misses. So he re-rolls his hands back and shoots again. This time he hits. The flesh molder is hit, but still not good enough to destroy him. Just enough to damage him. And so now it comes to Sir Ulrich, and he will attack the flesh molder in front of him to hopefully try and finish him off. And he does. This flesh molder falls to death. Sir Ulrich is thinking, should he let the militiamen handle these people at the back or help forward to help Sir Paulman? He decides to run forward and help Sir Paulman. And so he moves. Sir Albright stopped on the way there to search, and he found himself a health potion. Meanwhile, Grisbin runs forward and spends his fatigue to get into the face of the Eaton. And there he must wait until the Eaton attacks. But the militiamen are still here. And they decide to help to move forward too, and also attack some of these monsters. And so one of the militiamen attacks the flesh molder next to him and hits him. It's a good hit. The flesh molder takes damage, but he is not down for the count. But the other militiaman attacks, and he hits him as well. And he kills off the final flesh molder in the hallway. Sir Paulman raises his hand, again calling for aid, shouts, blows the trumpet, and again aid comes. And another militiaman appears at the entrance. And so Evil now only has but a few more turns to try and kill Sir Paulman before he's able to get enough reinforcements on him. And so Evil decides all out assault. And so another flesh molder appears at the entrance, and it attacks a militiaman, and it misses. The other flesh molder attacks Sir Paulman. Sir Paulman rolls his defense and takes a glancing wound. A zombie attacks, and Sir Paulman again takes a little bit of a glancing wound. The Eaton, the big master Eaton, he attacks Sir Paulman with his reach, with a long reach, and he hits. Sir Paulman again takes another glancing blow, but the old king is still fighting strong. The Eaton attacks. The second one attacks, but he cannot move forward. He has been blocked off by the dwarf, effectively blocking off Sir Ulrich. And so the Eaton has to get the dwarf out of his way, and he attacks Crispin the Thirsty. Crispin tries to defend. He does not do a good defense. And so Crispin takes some damage. And so Sir Ulrich, frustrated, blocked by the Eaton, cannot move forward, cannot go to help destroy Sir Paulman. Hopes that next turn something can happen that will turn the tide to his side. Crispin attacks the Eaton standing in front of him, not thinking clearly that there is a choke point, but knowing that the Eaton will eventually move. Attacks with his great axe, and he hits, and so the Eaton tries to defend, and it's a good hit. The Eaton takes some damage, but it is still alive, and so Crispin attacks again, but he misses that time, and so the Eaton is still alive. Ulrich attacks the flesh molder in front of him. He misses, so he has to attack again with another bolt, and he hits, but will it be enough? It is not. The flesh molder is able to defend, and so now it is Jane's turn. She moves. She spins a fatigue. Moves towards the Eaton that Crispin has attacked and throws a throwing knife at it. Hits it. Will it be enough? It is not. She rolls again. Well, no, she did. It did do enough. Yes. The Eaton falls dead. Now Jane, what can she do? She has one more action. She will move forward to try and block Sir Ulrich from coming in and attacking. And so Sir Ulrich, he moved forward to rush the Eaton, but does not attack. Meanwhile, one of the militiamen moved forward to attack the flesh molder. They hit. Would it be enough to destroy him? It is enough to bring him down. And so he falls down dead. The other two militiamen back in the hallway at the entrance attack. One misses. The other hits. It's not enough to kill him. Can Sir Paulman rally his reinforcements. Stay tuned.